Okay, let's do. What was I doing? Video game music. Info? Kingdom Hearts Insider is the first thing that pops up. Ba 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 ba. YouTube. Music, lo-fi. You know, I mean, okay, we'll turn this down quite a bit. That it's at least playing. Is there any reason that it's not playing in there? Rectify chat. Okay, there we go. I'll just turn it down in my headphones. Put it up in here. Okay, I just need it very light. There we go. Okay. I don't even really need the headphones on during this, but hello again. Let me get the game capture, or no, I don't think game capture worked for this. I think I need to do display capture if I remember correctly. There we go. Discount that. Okay. Okay, okay. What was I doing? I think everything's too tiny. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, how's that? Is that? How's that? I can scroll at least then. I suppose I'll be reading it, so you don't have to read it. But yeah, hopefully that's big enough. Okay. So we are on 669. True enough. Yeah. Yeah, you've read this. Fair enough. Other people, though, who knows who might come in here because okay, this is kind of a chaotic song. Want some relaxing. Okay. Check the little red bar. You freaks and geeks, that's for sure. Alright, so this is the cut forward or whatever to the other guy thing. Alright, it appears to be a gauge for a large power cell, perhaps fueled by some type of nuclear reaction. If this is the case, it is relatively low on fuel, but who knows how long it has been running here. You do not care about this sort of nonsense, you will disregard it at once. You are very hungry. Capture log can of gravy. I know that we'll see when I actually get to the main story part. This part we'll see if I end up caring about it. Capture log, you have no idea what that means. It is total nonsense and you do not know what to make of it. You will not give the foolish notion a second thought. Pick up the can of gravy. Just pick it up. You just pick it up. You are now holding the can of gravy. Use sharp teeth to poke a hole in the lid of the can. Arr, arr. Your teeth are useless for the task. They are blunt like that of livestock, presumably suitable for mashing up plant matter and not for puncturing metal. Attempting to open can with your weak, pathetic digits. Dook, 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 dook. Your weak, pathetic digits are not strong enough to penetrate the can. Your fingers are certainly pointy enough, but your black carapace is suitably rigid, but you just don't have enough muscle for the task. Take the can labeled beans. Okay, you took that too. Examine can of custard. The can clearly reads mustard, a fact of which... Yeah. The can clearly reads mustard, a fact of which you're perfectly well aware. It is sort of cumbersome holding all these cans at once. You doubt you can hold more many more than this. Maybe one or two. Well, you'll need to find something to put stuff in if you want to carry a lot of things around. Examine marking on wrist. You drop all the cans and take a look at your wrist. It is sort of specialized barcode pattern. This brings back unpleasant memories and you would prefer not to dwell on it. Examine the small potted plant. What plant? Oh, he ate the plant. Checkbook on human etiquette. It appears half the pages of this book have been eaten. The daunting volume is considerably lighter than it once was. Sustenance. Intermediary. This is the key. Consumption. You are somewhat skeptical about the nutritional value contained by these pages. However, of the practical wisdom they contain, there can be little doubt. You have learned so much. Clear out all the cans inside the purple machine. You empty the peculiar cabinet and take a quick inventory of your canned goods. You have beans, mustard, gravy, bread, shrimp, asparagus, cheese, rice, corn, peas, flour, chestnuts, mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash. Such bountiful plenty. And yet the delights taunt you from within their small metal prisons. Search room for can opener. You've already looked all over the place for a can opener, even making a few electronic inquiries about one, to no avail. Nothing else inside the purple thing either. Locate a nearby sharp object. You wield your trusty knife. It is actually a... You're not sure what they're called. It's an old rusted one of these red mailbox arm swing flappy doodads. Either for letting you know there is mail in the box, or maybe for alerting the mailman to outgoing mail to be collected. You don't know, really. You've wrapped a little piece of cloth around it for the grip. It is useless for opening cans. Be the imp. This means nothing to you. You are not an imp. You have no idea what an imp is. You will not entertain such frivolous and childish ideas ever again. You feel stupid and hate yourself a little for even considering it. Become the mayor of Cantown. As the glorious founder and mayor of Cantown, you erect a dignified, majestic city hall out of cans, fittingly capped off with a tome of good manners for the roof. You have given yourself a very official and important-looking mayoral sash made out of old cables to complete your look of authority. A number of rather civic-minded citizen cans gather in front of the building to offer adulation to their fair and magnanimous leader. All is well. Yes, you have to be the mayor. Look at him. He's so cute. He's got the mayor thing. There's corn. There's parades. You immerse yourself in this beautiful dream as you whittle away the minutes or perhaps hours. You love the idea of being a mayor. You love everything about mayors and the concept of an orderly, civil democracy. It all seems so mannerly and reasonable to you. Everyone is friendly and happy, and the city runs like clockwork. The foundation of the government is based on mutual respect between the leader and its people. It is also built on having a really great mayor that everyone loves, who is totally amazing and heroic and brave. Mayors are so much better than kings. You hate kings, and you think kings are really stupid. They are petty, bossy tyrants that are really full of themselves and are basically awful in every way. God, do you hate kings. Explore west of Cantown. Over here is the other side of the room. There is another one of these purple storage boxes and some useless objects scattered on the floor. Use glowing green rock to open cans. You pick up the nugget of uranium and... Oh, that was so stupid. Why would you do that? Examine box of crayons. It's chalk, numbnuts. Crayola chalk. 12, non-toxic. Inside the box there are 12 pieces of chalk in every color of the 10 pieces of chalk in most colors of the rainbow. You're excited by this. Obviously he's eating the fucking chalk. Try to open the storage box. It's locked. There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing. Examine contents of yellow container. The container is full of motor oil. This does not seem useful to you right now. Rescue that poor lightning bug. There's nothing you can do for this new little friend. Attempting to crush the amber encasing the firefly would likely cause it harm. It nevertheless bravely flashes on. You find its light alluring, inspiring. To you it seems as if it could quite easily serve as the light of the democracy. Light of democracy. Use the chalk to draw some roads. You sketch a handsome network of sprawling thoroughfares for your citizens to traverse. The adoring population applauds its mayor's keen instincts for city planning. You even add some lush vegetation to your city with a piece of blue chalk, because you can't seem to find a more suitable color for some reason. Lay a chalk foundation for Cantown's civic growth. You develop westward, settling those fertile plains and claiming them for your city. You section off a number of residential and commercial zones for civic growth, arranged in the only logical pattern that occurs to you. You color the residential zones with your piece of white chalk, but for some reason none of the colors in the box strike you as suitable for the commercial zones. Perhaps there is an alternative. Use your own pee for the commercial zones. You cannot urinate because you have not had anything to drink in quite some time. You are very thirsty. Also, that is a really terrible idea, and you would not consider befouling your wonderful city in that way for even a moment. Use motor oil to designate commercial zones. You fill each empty square with a bit of motor oil to complete the zoning. It looks rather striking to you. You can hardly imagine that an up-and-coming young can trying to make it in the world would not be delighted to live in your fair district. You are very careful not to get any of the unpleasant fluid on your person. Peel label from can of mayo and affix to sash. Oh yeah, mayoer. Survey surroundings in search of more terrain for city. It seems you've run out of territory for your western expansion, but there is still a lot of empty wall space. Perhaps your citizens would be happier with a colorful backdrop that would make them feel more at home. Using most of your imagination and an entire piece of sky blue chalk, you render a bright and cheerful sky full of clouds. You've decided that very closely orbiting your city is a luminous planet about which orbits a single moon. You switch to another shade of blue and continue rendering on the western wall. Orbiting much farther from your city are 4 planets. None of these have satellites. You have decided. Yes, that makes sense, you think? On the southern wall, beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness, occupying the furthest orbit yet, there's an ominous planet. A moon circles this one, too. I'm gonna go crazy on there. Check the rampaging boy on the screen. Oh yeah, it's that guy. You had almost forgotten about him and his confusing shenanigans. It seems like he has things well in hand at the moment. He does not appear to need your help, and you have already concluded that he cannot help you, at least for the time being. Turn on the other 3 screens. You have no idea how to turn these on. There is no mouse for this weird quadra-monitored computer. It can only be operated through text commands from its keyboard. Perhaps there is a special key or command which will allow you to switch to another monitor? Press tab. Oh! Tab soda? Shit. Tab, 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 tab. Oh, look at all the fucking tab! It's diet soda, the first one of its kind. Consume several cans. This is awesome. You free the heavenly brown elixir from the jewels of pink carapace and imbibe like the wind. It is so sweet and sugary, you wonder how so much sugar could fit in one can. Whatever mighty wizard concocted this potion is truly deserving of your fear and respect. Welcome the rest into the city. The tabs are naturalized as loyal new citizens of Cantown. All cans are welcome and equal in your city, regardless of can content and whether empty or full. It's not like emptying a can kills it or anything. They're just cans after all. Hit escape. Feeling refreshed and heavily caffeinated, you go back to work on the big computer. You hit escape, which seems to minimize the action window thingy and reveals a history of all the commands you've entered. To the pot of veggies, John Flip, blah 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 blah, ignore the woman's antics, indulge the device, the green text was attract, all the stuff we've already entered, da da da, not going through all that again. I shall take my leave now, John. Until next time. Use the arrow key to scroll up a bit. You can't believe how much you've already typed into this stupid contraption. What a waste of time. You scroll all the way up to your first command. It looks like there are more commands above it. Maybe someone was entering commands on this thing before you. Home, view, switch 2, 3, 4, 1, escape, lock room 3, pass, blah blah blah, view, reboot. There aren't many more. At the top of the list appears to be the very first command. Type switch 2. No. Something weird is going on there. The signal is garbled and you have no idea what you're looking at. Some sort of filthy beggar pleading for help? No one is around and nothing is happening. You seem to be locked out of any sort of interaction with whatever's happening on this monitor. Type switch 3. Oh. The boy. It's another one of those rapscallions. This monitor is locked too. You can't tell him what to do, not that you really want to, since it just looks more confusing nonsense to you. You consider switching to screen 4, but decide against it. You have a feeling that whatever's there would just confuse you even more, and you don't even really care all that much anyway. Type home. All 4 screens activate. Together they display a countdown starting at 4 hours and 13 minutes. Type reboot. You can't. Nothing is working anymore. The timer seems to have disabled the keyboard. Be the mayor. Enough of this nonsense. You are an important mayor and this absurd contraption has wasted enough of your time. You've got a city to govern with a carapace first, which is to say firm yet polished and supple at the situation demands. Anyway, this will help you kill some time while you wait for the clock to count down. Create employment opportunities for the citizen cans. Oh, looks like they're playing some chess. You temporarily dismantle City Hall to free up all the can power available to create a vigilant town militia. You divide them into 2 groups, marking them with the distinct teams and ranks using the piece of white chalk and the motor oil. You then organize them into phalanx across the countryside, preparing for a stiff training regimen. When you are through with them, your force will be a well-oiled machine. Chalk another one up to bold leadership. Lead your men to victory. You waste more than 4 hours on this tomfoolery. Sometimes having somebody else experience it gives you a little bit of, lets you sort of digest it in a different way. Broom, Glock, Amber. Checkmate. Mourn the loss of Citizen Tab. Your caffeinated jittering must have agitated all the little bubbles, curiously hidden in the liquid, creating too much pressure in the can. You speculate this is why it exploded as you nervously eye the timer. You're starting to wonder what will happen when it reaches 0. Maybe it'd be best not to be near it when this happens. Minutes in the future, though perhaps not as few as implied by circumstance. Peregrine mendicant trundles precious cargo beneath the gleam of the celestious ominous. What the fuck? MS Pain Adventures. Okay. There's the little guy there. He's got his mailboxes. Go outside and get some sun. Celestiously ominous. You say a bittersweet goodbye to your beloved city. It is time to move on to the greener pastures, by which of course you mean an arid, sandy wasteland upon which nothing green has grown in years. The door shuts behind you. A panel on the door becomes illuminated. As you ponder over the marks on the panel, you hear another mechanical sound overhead. Clang. Oh, bars. Bars. The LCD panel appears to have a touchscreen interface. We got a little home icon, we got some Star of David's, we got a little thingy. In the thing I was looking at before, or... Oh yeah, there's a little star there. Oh yeah. That looks like a meteor. Hmm. Curiously prod the funny-looking spirograph. It appears the funny-looking spirograph room is locked. The floor rotates a full 360 degrees beneath you, while the surrounding wall seems to stay put. Now, especially since it's a white, like, and I didn't really know what I was looking at to begin with, so I'm like, okay. Suppose I should have assumed that there was a little bit more meaning to it than just some guy with some mailboxes. The floor rotates a full 360 degrees beneath you, while the surrounding wall seems to stay put. Select the triangle-y fractal. The triangle-y fractal room does not appear to be locked. The floor turns 120 degrees and the door opens. You go through the door to find another room. It's the same size as the other one you just wasted all that time in, while a clock was ticking down to something which may or may not be your doom. Maybe there is something in here that will help you escape. Against the wall there is another perplexing contraption. Against the opposite wall, some sort of control panel which catches your eye. We've got some coordinates, it looks like, and a time and date. Probably when this one was actually made. We got the thing like Earth and something here. Compass. It has two large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are fields for numbers which appear to be modifiable with the dials to the right. Some numbers are already supplied by default, perhaps entered by the previous user. There are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbol marking this room. Also, it looks like there is a meter stick propped up there for some reason. Attach your trusty knife to the meter stick. Ah, okay, there you go. You immediately craft a measuring spear through possibly the most advanced form of alchemy employed thus far. This is obviously the most important thing to do first. Obviously. Yeah, oh, I suppose, yeah. October 3rd, 2009. Or it would obviously be, or I don't know if he's British or not. Or it would obviously be the most important thing to do if you would remember to bring your trusty knife. You feel so insecure without your trusty knife. It makes you want to slit your wrists, or at the very least, flog your carapace with some sort of measuring apparatus. Ah, he left it in the other... Ah! Look at the other wall. You examine the perplexing contraption across the room. You, of course, have no idea what it could possibly do. You adopt the only obvious course of action, which is to poke and prod it with your handy ruler. You are quite sure this is what science is all about. Press the triangle pattern. You go back to the control panel, which probably obviously controls the gizmo, and you push the big blue button, which is obviously probably the most obvious thing to push. You appearify a pumpkin. Examine pumpkin. It seems this mysterious cord was transported, appearified, from a specific time and location somewhere on this planet you are on. You wonder if the machine, appearifier, will take any object that exists at whatever time and location you supply. There is a symbol carved on the pumpkin. You don't know what it means, and you doubt it will ever prove to be relevant in any way. Devour pumpkin. Nibble, nibble. You consider dining on the ripe flesh of the plump vegetable, but your curiosity about the appearifier gets the better of you. You try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin nonetheless. Inspect green buttons. You first examine the attractive green buttons. The icon for the one on the left is that house shape you've seen plenty of times before. The right one, on closer inspection, appears to be the map for this underground facility, with an X marking its center. Press green button on right. You push the button. All of the numbers change. Perhaps these are the coordinates for the location of the center of this facility, along with the local date and time. If this is the case, it would make a useful reference point for your current bearings. Fiddle with the dials. Fiddling with the dials. One way to find out would be to attempt to appearify something from this facility. It should be easy to zero in on a location relative to the center because you have an uncanny knack for tracking precise distances you have already traversed in whatever units you choose. Your handy rule gives you a good clue as to the basic unit of human measurement. You'll go with that. Appearify your trusty knife. No, he doesn't. You nudge the coordinates very slightly and bump up the elevation by 0.5 human measurement units. You make sure to keep the time approximately what it was to begin with. You appearify your trusty knife. Appearify can down. You nudge the numbers a bit more and appear a bunch of cans. This is so much more efficient than walking back to the other room to get them. You are to believe that time is at a premium after all. De-appearify the pumpkin. Does this machine look like a de-appearifier to you? Honestly, the idea that an appearifier can both appearify and de-appearify things is so laughably ridiculous. You wish someone would de-appearify your brain and re-appearify it with a brain that is more smart and less dumb. Use trusty knife to carve spook schema in pumpkin. What the hell are you talking about? That idea makes no sense at all and is basically meaningless. Try using that mushy stuff in your gourd next time. Instead, you just carve off the top, exposing a decadent cachet of gorgeous seed-laden ambrosia. Needless to say, you consume all of it rather quickly, but it turns out to be too gross for us to watch. Move spirograph switch. You cannot move it. It has a spirograph shape indentation, and possibly will require a special kind of key to turn. Appearify firefly out of the amber. Oh, he appearified it, and the firefly got out of the amber. You release your blinky new friend. You will give her a name when something suitably whimsical occurs to you. Adjust time dial to appearify rotten pumpkin. The past. You and Serenity consider new ways to waste more time with the appearifier. Oh, I guess it's called Serenity now. You are assuming she's a girl firefly, even though you are not really sure that fireflies can even be girls. You target the extremely tasty rotten pumpkin that was sitting in the other room hours ago. It seems the appearifier cannot appearify something if it will create a time paradox. A gelatinous ghost pumpkin appearifies and quickly dissolves into a pile of unappetizing sludge. Appearify the grate over the entrance to the facility. Serenity blinks a message of urgency. You nearly forgot that while trapped in amber, she was witness to all your tomfoolery and dilly-dallying in the other room, and knows the timer is about to expire. It is time to get this show on the road and escape. You reset the coordinates with the right green button again, and this time only adjust the elevation by approximately 10 human measurement units. Oh, yep. He appearified the bars. Hasten to the exit post-haste. Is that the next one? Bad sound. Oh, here we go. Hurry up! Jump, 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 jump. This is incredibly silly. Psych? Oh, wait. Unpsych. You attempt the rare and highly dangerous 5x cliffhanger combo and fail. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Ascend. That was kind of goofy. Kind of extra goofy, even for... Oh, shit. A constant whisper. And years in the past, but not really. An ocean whisper and years in the past, but not many, but... Yeah, there's some crazy shit going on here. Well, I guess that's what happens when you start to time travel. Okay. End of Act 2. Okay. Dear John, Colonel Sassacre's dauntingly text magical frivolity and practical japery. Colonel says blah blah blah. The Colonel amuses Ben marginally less hours than he on an a sweltering Mississippi evening. In true Sassacre form, he puts his astonishing julep intake to use with a textbook execution of Butterfinger's solitaire. Dear John, you're no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Why, the man grit needed to lift the book is itself a sign of your maturity, not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp the nuance of Sassacre's timed mischief. I'm so proud of you, grandson. How I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh, but I'm afraid it wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take a journey. Its journey will end on the final day of my life, and even then will continue some. Though I suppose that will be up to your father. Perhaps he will discuss it with you one day when he and you are ready. But as your journey I am writing about to wish you luck. There will come a day when you will be thrust into another world, and once you arrive, that is only the beginning. You'll soon delve even deeper into a realm of warring royalty in a timeless expanse, a realm of agents and exiles and consorts and colonel sprites, of toiling underlings and slumbering denizens, a realm where four will gather, the air of breath and seer of light, the night of time and witch of space, and together they will ascend. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing came so early in your life, and yet I feel in my heart we have already met. But what I know for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed. With love, Hannah. P.S. Hoo hoo hoo. Okay. Alright, Act 3. A silly girl naps by her flowers. It is quite likely that she tired herself out with a variety of silly antics, as silly girls are often known to do. She may have a silly name too, or maybe not. It is hard to say for sure without asking her. But since she's slumbering peacefully, it would be a shame to wake her up. You might as well just give her a name right now. Farm Stink Butt Lass. I guess her name is Farm Stink. Wake up. You try to roust Farm Stink from her slumber, but she's really down for the count. It looks like she's holding some sort of note. Retrieve arms from... They're right there, in plain sight. Look, they're flashing red. Drop pumpkin on Farm Stink. What pumpkin? You see no pumpkin, and frankly, it is hard to imagine there ever was a pumpkin, in plain sight or otherwise. Anyway, that would be a really terrible thing to do to poor sweet Farm Stink. Renote. Oh, Nana. Not Hannah. Nana. Yeah. That makes more sense, because it's your grandmother. Yeah. Farm Stink, that is incredibly silly and a little bit rude. My name is... Try again. Jade Harley. Oh, there's Jade. She's a little goofball. Salmon room. She's got a lot of flowers, plants, and stuff. Your name is Jade. You have just woken from a restful nap, and as usual, you have no recollection of having fallen asleep. You have quite a number of interests. So many, in fact, you have trouble keeping track of them all, even with an assortment of colorful reminders on your fingers to help you sort everything out in your mind. Nevertheless, when you spend time in your garden atrium, the only thing on your mind is your deep passion for horticulture. What will you do? Play silly little flute. Did I mute it? I might have muted it. Alright, well, anyway, let's keep going forward. Wow, you really suck this thing. Oh, I must have, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Okay, anyway. Wow, you really suck at this thing. Maybe you should try playing an instrument you actually know how to play instead, like the one in your bedroom. Honestly, you have no idea where this flute even came from. Things seem to appear and disappear around here all the time, especially to your unending chagrin. Any sort of large orange gourd that might be lying around. You consider throwing the flute down in disgust. Capture log flute. On second thought, it was a perfectly nice flute and there's no reason to take your frustration out on it. You just need to practice. But before you capture log the flute, you will need to set your fetch motus first. Set modus. Roll over with mouse. Oh god. Oh, thank god I don't have to choose. Yahtzee. What are these? Boggle, Pictionary, Monopoly, Yahtzee, Clue, Connect 4, Jenga, Battleship, Guess Who, Operation, Memory. I guess Memory. It's gotta be Memory. Roll over mouth. Yeah, you have a wide variety of fetch modi to choose from. You're really excited when your grandpa bought you this modus set for Christmas. He's a total badass, even if a little strict. You typically opt for the memory modus when it comes to matter of day-to-day practicality. It's like memory. Hello, Sherrod. Oh, okay. That do be happening with Twitch. You set your modus to memory. You capture log the flute. You allot 9 cards to the modus from your deck, since that will be more than enough for your needs at the moment. The modus grabs 9 more cards for magic purposes. The flute is split up on 2 blank cards and mixed randomly into the grid. To retrieve the item, you must first pick 1 card and then pick its magic card. For the typical Silidexer, this modus presents a frustrating guessing game and a lot of wasted time on mismatching. But you like it because you seem to have a knack for always guessing right on the first try. Squeal like a piglet and fertilize some plants. What? Squeal like a piglet? It is an awfully silly idea and is basically a waste of everyone's time. You will predictably disregard this thought and focus on more sensible objectives at once. Oh my god, this is so much fun! Squeal, 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 squeal. Squeal, 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 squeal. Squeal, 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 squeal. Oh, capture log. You capture log the bag of fertilizer. Consult colorful reminders. You tend to have a lot of things in your mind at once, and you could be a little forgetful. So you keep a variety of colored strings on your fingers as reminders. Each one means there is something different to remember at a certain time. In fact, looking at your index finger reminds you that this is something important to remember now. It is your friend John's birthday. The green string reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today. The blue string also reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today, though in a way that means something slightly different. You are further reminded that you have some things to do outside your house soon, but you should stop by your room first for some supplies, and most importantly, to see if John is online and wish him a happy birthday. Capture log the pumpkin growing next to you. You snap up the pumpkin, which seems suitably ripe for the taking. Hopefully the safety of your Silodex will prevent it from being spirited away like so many of its ephemeral predecessors. Jade, exit the room. Exit this room. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of room going on here, a lot of plants. You make your way. You make your way to the middle of the garden atrium, where a stairwell joins the 4 atrium wings. Upstairs is your grandfather's laboratory as well as your bedroom. Capture log something. Your memory modus is hardly any fun without much stuff in it, so you decide to stock up on fresh produce to fill some more cards. You pick a juicy red crab apple. You go pick a nice looking key lime. There's then a delicious mandarin orange. Those are your favorite. And finally, a ripe yellow Eureka lemon. Modus fun aside, you feel it is impossible to have too many fresh fruits and vegetables on hand. Go upstairs to bedroom. You almost never use the stairs. Okay, she just teleports herself with a little thing that we saw earlier. You transportalize upstairs. Just above is your room. Ascend. You enter your bedroom. On this side of the room, you are immediately confronted with numerous artifacts highlighting your various interests. We got the weird webcomic. We got a bunch of weird stuffies. Got whatever this is, whatever that is. We got furry stuff. You're an avid follower of cartoon shows of considerable nostalgic appeal. You have a profound zeal for marvelous and fantastical fauna of an anthropomorphological persuasion. You have an uncanny knack for nuclear physics and not infrequently can be found dabbling in rather advanced gadgetry. You enjoy sporadic fits of narcolepsy. Your love of gardening transcends the glass confines of your atrium, and you are at times prone to patterns of precognitive prognostication. You consider very briefly the question, what will you do? But you quickly realize there's only one half of your room, and is therefore host to only half of your interests to choose from. So what are the other half of your room? Guns. Over here, there are yet more articles of your aforementioned interests, and then some. Additional telltale signs of your enthusiasm for nostalgic television mingle with your assortment of game-hunting firearms. You're a skilled markswoman, though your crosshairs would never settle on an innocent creature. Anthropomorphically persuaded or otherwise. Your work table is littered with equipment to facilitate your tinkering. For you, experimentation is not a particularly exact science, and you lean heavily on sharp intuition for consistently and eerily optimal results. Nevertheless, you have still not been able to get that broad, flat gizmo there to work, which is a design you have borrowed from one of your grandpa's more mysterious inventions. You are a great admirer of his, and you are not alone. Your grandfather is a world-renowned explorer, naturalist, treasure hunter, archaeologist, scientist, adventurer, big game hunter, billionaire extraordinaire. He has taught you everything you know, but in spite of all his lessons, it is still difficult to escape his stern lectures when you're on the way out of his house to run your errands. He spends most of his time in the grand foyer, stewing in his own intensity and charisma. Very accomplished guy. A billionaire on top of that? mean, eat the rich, but, you know, he's doing a lot with it. And today will likely be no exception. Among the errands you have planned is to venture out to find your pet and best friend named Becquerel. Becquerel? It's like squirrel, but Becquerel? This animal must be fed, and he will not be happy if he is not. And if he is not happy, then you will not be happy. But first, you really should dig out your computer and say hi to John. Now, what will you do? Quickly retrieve firearms from all. Capture locked a rifle. Equip your trusty hunting rifle. There would be hell to pay if Granddad caught you leaving the house without it. Wonder why the design of your shirt changed. Oh, it did change. There isn't too much to wonder, really. You left the wardrobifier on its randomization setting. Okay, now I gotta look. Oh yeah, that changed. Oh yeah, it keeps changing. Interesting. You may contemplate which shirt design you favor the most and commit to that setting in the near future. Capture log nearest Squiddle stall and hug it. Just before you can grab one, the powerful electromagnets concealed in their underbellies become activated, and two of them get all tangled up with each other playfully. She's very excited by that. You capture log the Tango Buddies. Lose interest in fauna and never speak of it again. Oh, but you could never do that. What marvelous creatures they are. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance and nobility of the animal kingdom. How you wish you could know their world. To hear one night those muted paw pads trapeze up your stairs. A low but friendly growl unsettles your slumber, and as the soper seeps from your eyes, they detect a sharp pair of ears cutting moonlight. A mysterious woven tongue invites. Wouldn't these ears suit you? Would not this proud long snout assist you in the hunt? No need to answer. Words slow from the busy mind like a useless dead membrane as a more visceral sapience takes over. Something simpler is in charge now, a force untouched by the concerns and burdens of the upright, that farcical yoke, the bipedal toe. It now drives you through the midnight brush, your paws whisking through creepers, unearthing with each bold stomp bright odors demanding investigation. But not for long, as you and your new friend must claim the night with piercing owls moonward. You eat a weird bug and don't even care. Gotta love the furries. Pick up your toys. Speaking of which, you pick up and admire one of your manthrochaps. They are wonderful friends and are always cheerful and pleasant fellows. Why, dear Mr. Coxcomb, however, will you be received at the Barnyard Gala without the trappings of a proper gentleman? Each manthrochap comes with a number of accessories, including articles of formal attire, a vaccination kit, and a dishwasher-safe slop trough. Organize all your dolls. You gather all your dolls into a rather cozy-looking pile. Guys. Change wardrobifier setting. You deactivated the wardrobifier's randomization mode and set it to cycle through these 3 shirt designs. The decision was tough, but you think you came to the best possible conclusion. Let's see. Adam... What is it? Adam, Spirograph, and Sun. Lookout window. It is another beautiful day in your neighborhood. It is peaceful and quiet as usual. A rather imposing volcano looms over your house, which has been inactive for centuries. Though dormant on the surface, the volcanic activity deep underground provides your house with a source of geothermal power. You're not sure why your grandfather decided to draw from this source of energy when he had the unlimited power of the atom at his disposal, but it has been this way for as long as you could remember. You've chalked it up to your family's long-standing propensity for eclectic fursuits. Wait, you mean pursuits? Retrieve fursuit from magic chest. What is this nonsense about fursuits? You do not own a fursuit. You think anthropomorphic fauna are really cute and enchanting and all, but it has never occurred to you to dress as one. Sure, it is fun to imagine what it would be like to run wild with a pack of wolves or purr and frolic with a litter of kittens, but dressing up as an animal just seems ridiculous. It would still be a silly girl. It would still just be a silly girl draped in a raggedy synthetic tufty piece of crap. And seriously, who are you trying to kid with that sort of baloney? Anyway, it is not a magic chest. It's your gadget chest, which you have adapted for storing a number of useful gizmos. It is once your oracle's trunk, gift from your grandfather, of course, and still contains many silly fortune-telling knickknacks, all of which are completely bogus. Yeah, Jade here, gonna go full furry soon. Or anthropomorphic fauna soon. She's in the chest, as it were, instead of in the closet. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff here. Problem soothe. Among the fortune-telling knickknacks are these items: a crystal ball plus compulsory velvet pillow, a tarot deck, a magic 8-ball, a magic cue ball, and one of your favorite books of all time, Problem Soothe. Among the useful gizmos are, of course, your computer, which you keep inside a fun lunchbox for easy transport, and a couple of gizmos you keep handy so you don't always have to make the long trip to the kitchen. There's a cookalizer for preparing delicious meals, and a refrigerator. A name which clearly is a wacky variation of the much more common household item, the refrigerator. The refrigificator. Refrigifier. Examine magic 8-ball and magic cue ball. These things are stupid and useless. When the magic 8-ball isn't being frustratingly ambiguous, its forecast is always wrong. You have tested it numerous times with certain facts you know to be true. This is its reply when you ask if it is your friend John's birthday today. See? Stupid. You guess maybe it could be used as a reverse prediction device and always trust the opposite of what it says, but that seems dumb to you. And anyway, the thing gives you a bad vibe. You might consider smashing it, but you are a little superstitious about whatever ominous consequences that might have, even if the occult talisman in question is a cheap piece of garbage. The magic cue ball, on the other hand, is said to make predictions with alarming precision and specificity. Unfortunately, it lacks a portal on its surface that allows you to view the prediction. You can put both of these pieces of junk back in the box, or you put both back in the box. Capsule lock refrigerator. Okay. You take the refrigerator. You might as well grab the cookalizer too. No portable kitchen is complete without it. You take your lunch top too, because obviously you're going to be using that pretty soon. Whoops, there goes your flute, but who cares? Read your friend. No, that's true. The date does keep changing. Before you go out to feed Beck, you will need to prepare a meal for him. You clear some space on your work table so you can set up your refrigerator and cookalizer. Just for fun, Jade allows you to take a stab at matching the cars to use the gizmos. It doesn't present much of a challenge for her, so she figures she might as well step aside, while providing a few generous hints. No, warmer, warmer, cooler, cooler, cold, warmer, yes, no, cold, ice cold, warmer, warmer. Get the lime. You've selected the key lime. Way to go. Hot, wait, no, cold, yeah, fuck it. Frozen fucking tundra. It's gonna go on for a long time. Congratulations, you advance your magic skill to the new level. Yukon Hero Legacy, the Frostbite Amputee. Jade is beginning to regret breaking the fourth wall for this ill-advised escapade. Okay, one more time. And an apple. If it were known in advance how terrible you were going to be at this matcha game, the author may have given second thought to preparing this cool interactive flash application. Look at all these fruits on the loose. Good luck trying to settle them down. You just deploy the gadgets yourself. Stick fruits in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. These fruits are unlikely to become less impudent anytime soon, regardless of where they are stored, but you stick them in anyway. You take a look at the refrigerator's rotary interface. You wonder what he is in the mood for today. Press this steak button. Okay, well, it's a rotary dial, so there are no buttons to press, but whatever, that doesn't really matter. You dial up a thick T-bone steak, which you are sure Becquerel is in the mood for, because he's in the mood for steak almost every day and is never in the mood for anything else. But he does like a steak well cooked. I don't know, man. I didn't have a chance. It was already done for me. I went in the past and voted to where to do the flag. I don't know. I don't know where to go with that bit. So I'm going to end it there. Lightly irradiate steak. He does prefer a steak rare after all, but you will not dignify the thought of turning the knob much further because you are not R-worded. You capture log the irradiated steak and save it to your trip outside. You probably shouldn't waste much more time. You wouldn't want all these nice depleted steak isotopes to settle down. Examine the atomic base by your bed. You wouldn't exactly call it an atomic base, but it is heavily customized to accommodate a high level of musical virtuosity. The perfect instrument for the eclectically spirited. You've tuned the strings way down, of course, because your stumpy arms can't reach the low notes. You switch your eclectic bass to its advanced setting, but you promptly switch it back, since obviously it's too complicated to play in person like this. The default setting is your preferred mode for casual jamming, and since you can't possibly waste enough time playing music, casually jam is exactly what you're gonna do. Play a hauntingly relaxing bass line. Wow. Oh, a package dropped. Gonna capture log base. You take the portable amp from the wall socket 2. Open lunch top. You like to make yourself comfy in your plushy pile before getting down to business with your computer. Get down to business. Wow. There's some crazy shit going on here. What fucking computer is this? Activate Pester Jump. Oh no, it's still going. Okay. Hey look, John is online. Hooray! Also, it looks like Dave pestered you about something yesterday, but you missed it. Wow. Pester John. Began pestering, blah blah blah. You greet John, but he does not respond. He's undoubtedly gallivanting around his house in a state of barely restrained birthday mirth. He may also be retrieving the 2 packages and the 2 envelopes which you were certain came in the mail for him earlier. You will wait a little while and see if he returns before you head out. Hi, happy birthday, John! Art. See if Dave left you a sweet new rap. Hey, oh, you're asleep again, aren't you? Or do you even know if you are? I still don't know how that works. It does not appear so, but you just never know with that crazy and cool guy. So cool. It's like nothing means anything. So cool getting hella chumped by your coquettish damned riddles all the time. I don't know why I believe anything you say. I'm like the Grand Marshal of gross champagne, waving around my F-word chump ductor baton, assistant director of Chumpography, celebrated author Ernest Chumping Way. Wait. Chumpelstiltskin. Chumple dipshit. Yeah, you're asleep? Yes, no? ASL? S equals species? Baboon? Kangaroo rat? If kangaroo rat, yiff twice, please. Okay, well, you're not saying anything, so I guess whether you're not awake or unasleep or whatever, you're just not around and I'm wasting good material. Even worse, I'm wasting a killer persona here. Like, I don't know how, like, a wide open V-shaped leotard and a fuck ton of body paint, some, like, sinewy back arching Cirque du Soleil looking motherfucker, always low to the ground, getting a good prowl on, like I dropped my keys in the dark, nimblest son of a bitch who had the gumption to glue a nasty pair of latex cat lips to his face for a reason that wasn't a joke. Jade, hey, where are you? Seriously, I'm sitting here tonight with a fucking bag of kibble jacked open on my lap and primed for a goddamn bear, and you're gone. By the way, my name is Aquit Pridmusk. Hardest buttock in the jungle, tempered steel. Hey, yeah, just wanted to give you this remix I finished here. Turntech, TG, sent Explorer remix. So yeah, you don't have to respond to any of this, by the way. I'll probably forget half the shit I said anyway. Talk to you tomorrow. Reminds me of one of the main people that come into this chat. You open the Fresh Jams media player and add Dave's remix to the playlist. Ooh. They're good songs. Open Echidna and go to mspaintsadventure.com. Alright. MS Paint's Adventures. Boggle vacantly at these shenanigans. It begins to dawn on you that everything you just did may have been a colossal waste of time. And intermission. You open your web browser and visit MSP A. You navigate to a random page in the middle of the latest epic. Looks like he was just finishing up some sort of weird tangential intermission here. Whatever it was, it clearly advanced the plot in no relevant way whatsoever. End intermission. More music coming up. Midnight Crew, Act 1031. Diamond Drug. Clubs dus. Hearts boxcars. Spade slick. Casino. The Feld. Midnight Crew. Okay. You've killed a little time, but still no signs of John. Pester Dave. Hi Dave. Hey, sup? Not much sup with you, bro. Haha. Good ones. Alright, being chill, I guess. You know how it goes. Great, feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy? Oh man, you know it. So cool! This shit is ice cold up in here. Shit is wicked bananas, I'm telling you. Ah, so have you talked to John today? Yeah, we were just talking a while ago about how he sucks in Silodex. Can you believe he still uses Stack? That kid is ridiculous. Oh, well, that doesn't sound like much fun. What was he using again? Wait, never mind. I forgot whatever we talk about with goofy moduses. I get a migraine. What do you want with John? Smiley face. I want to tell him happy birthday and ask him about his birthday package. Oh yeah, I was being sort of cagey and told him to check the mail because I was wondering if mine came yet. I think it did. Yeah, and I think mine came too. So I guess you want to know if he likes it or something? No, he will not open it. He will lose it. Oh, wow, sorry to hear that, I guess. No, it's good actually, because he'll find it again later when he really needs it, which of course is why I sent it in the first place. See, like, I never get how you know these things. I don't know, I just know that I know. Alright. Anyway, I have to go. I have to feed back, which is always a bit of an undertaking. Man, if I were you, I would just take that fucking devil beast out behind the woodshed and blow its head off. I don't think I could if I tried. Yeah, say hi to your granddad for me too, okay? Yeah, I guess an encounter with him is almost certain. It is usually intense. Well, yeah, that isn't always with family, but he sounds like a total badass. Yeah, he totally is. Anyway, gotta go. See ya. Heart. Oh, Dave's doing some shit. Oh, there we go. Round one, strife. God damn, his brother is fast. Oh. They just do that every after a little bit. Yeah. Rose is online. Pastor Rose.
I require a font of frighteningly accurate yet infuriatingly non-specific information. Do you know where I can find a wellspring of this sort? Ha! Yes, okay, but we can't talk for long. You have plans? Well, yes, I do, but it's just that you will lose your internet connection soon, and we won't talk again for a pretty long time. Not until you enter. Enter? Yeah! This is what I was talking about. This was the itch that needed scratching. My avarice for the inscrutable. It is limitless. Oh, what do you want to know? You've been insisting today was the big day. We would all play a game you didn't know the name of. A game you said I'd get in the mail, and did. Well, that would help me answer some questions, but Strider's being obtuse. I can't catch John at his computer. You don't even have the game yourself, and on top of all that, my internet is unstable. So you were sure today is the day? There's sure a lot of challenges, but yes, I'm sure. Dave is cool. You know, you'll come around when the time is right. He just has a lot of work to do first, and so do you. You'll need to keep searching for a stable signal and power source. It'll be hard, but don't give up. And don't worry about me either. Focus on playing with John first. It all starts with you two. Is there nothing else you can say to prepare me for this? I'm sure you think little of blithely upsetting dark forces with Grandpa Moray over there on Hell Murder Island, but honestly, I've only read a few books on it. Ha! Dark, that's ridiculous. I don't know what to tell you other than it's not going to be what you think it is. Most importantly, you'll have your questions answered. They'll be the ones you haven't thought to ask yet. Just be patient and be brave. You'll see. Oh, it'll be fun. Oh, it looks like you gotta go. Take care, Rose. Be the other girl. You're now the other girl several hours in the future. It appears a secret passage in the mausoleum has been opened. It's getting awfully toasty in here. You gather up your belongings, including your dead cat. Stop being the other girl and pester John again. Oh, she descended. You spent enough time for now concerning yourselves with the future of your friends. John will not be available until later. By then he will have his hands full, as will you. You pack up your lunch top and get ready to take care of some business downstairs. Descend. Try as you might, you can't stop your mind from drifting to the fate of your friends. You dwell on a particular configuration of reminders on your finger. Oh no, the animation's playing. I don't hear anything though. Oh shit. Oh, I see. Oh, that's the arrow. Okay. Strife. Oh. Looks like it's repeating. I can't tell though. I think it is. Also in the future, but years, not hours, under bare white branches, a sentry wakens. Oh. Now we got our little guy here, looking at this thing. Looking at his mailboxes. This worm guy eats his mailboxes. He's getting very angry. He's about to draw a sword with a cross on it. That's pretty sick. Miscellaneous immersive simulation. General facts. Spurb beta. 2001. Some stuff about capture codes and punch code alchemy. Is anyone actually reading this, or are they all dead? I don't know if anyone besides us is even live and playing the game, or if anyone even really cares what we have to say. Rose said I should add some stuff to this fact if anything occurred to me, so I guess I'm doing that. Figure at the very least it'll be a good reference for just us to use. But Dave probably won't read any of this because he's sort of the whopping stupid horse butt. Whatever. I finally figured out what those weird codes at the back of capture log cards are for. Well, maybe not what they're always for, but a way that Spurb has exploited them for an in-game purpose. Every captured item stamps the card with a unique code, and a gizmo in Spurb calling the punch Design X will punch a unique pattern of holes in the card which is derived from that code. The punch card can then be used with other gizmos to duplicate the item and or combine it with another item. I got to thinking about this, and with an amazing hacker skill, I noticed a trend. The whole pattern is based on a fairly simple cipher, converting the capture code to binary and then using the binary pattern as punched, where 1 is a punched hole and 0 is an unpunched slot. Okay. So here's the table just to be clear. 001, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to read all this. There are a couple oddball characters, exclamation and question mark at the end to bring it up to 63. 0 through 63 equals 64 total, i.e. 6 bits. Because the binary representation of the capture code characters are 6 bits each, whichever range is 0 through 63. So for instance, the capture code for the hammer, NZ7UN6BI, look up the index for N first, which is 49. The binary 49 is 110001. Keep doing that for all the characters you get, the binary. Okay, that's the pattern that we punch on the card, but the bits are arranged top to bottom, left to right in 4 columns like this. Or punch the card like this. Wow, okay, that pretty much looks like shit, but you get the idea. So to combine 2 items, you just overlap 2 punch cards. Only the places where both cards have a hole will show through. So it's sort of like a bitwise and operation of both cards. The new pattern gives you the code for the new item. For instance, combining the code for a hammer and a pogo ride gives you a new code with less holes, obviously, which translates to blank. That whole pattern went on to make the pogo hammer, which is so rad you have no idea. I've also wondered if you could combine items other ways, like a bitwise, or that means combining the cards to get more holes, not less, i.e. the new pattern has a hole for every hole on either card. This pattern would be accomplished by double punching a card, like 2 codes, 1 card. I've got to try that sometime. But there's some mysterious things about all this. First of all, with all the hole slots there are 48 bits in total, which means there are almost 300 trillion possible codes, and 300 trillion sounds huge. But when you consider it's supposed to account for all conceivable items, including the wacky combinations and stuff, it suddenly doesn't seem that big. This leads me to believe that not every combination item has a viable duplicate, but this is kind of obvious anyway, since there are many combinations of punch cards that will produce either a blank card with and, or a totally punch card with or. So there are lots of dud combinations out there, and many that will just lead to the same pattern. Like for instance, a gun and an atom bomb could make some sort of ultimate death ray, but for that matter, a shoehorn and a potted plant could lead to the exact same pattern. So weird. Also, it seems like combined items will always have patterns with either much fewer holes or much more holes than more ordinary items, which will occupy the vast meaty middle of all possible patterns. It is strange and counterintuitive that more complex objects have simpler patterns, but hey, there you have it. But all this sort of makes me guess this system can be cracked in some way. Like if you have a complicated item and you want to extract simpler items components from it, there might be some algorithm for deriving the pattern you want, or at least narrowing down the possibilities. There might also be ways of charting through the similar patterns on both ends of the spectrum and pinning down the ones will make cooler stuff. Who knows? I want to ask Jade about this because she's really good at this sort of thing somehow, even though she doesn't have my elite hacker cred. Too bad she makes herself so scarce all the time. Jade, if you ever read this, let me know what you think. Ow. Okay, I'm looking at inline audio credits. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's only a few. What's the controversial content? Is there like blood or something? Oh, well, I would bother with it then. Okay. Alright. Punch card calculator.
Oh, fun. SB and A Shay. Okay. Bro and Hella Jeff. I have no idea where I was in this. 46? You get there from the home page. Oh, number 7. Okay. Is there a... Is there a place to see the history of it, or just number 7? Because you might have just know, you just might know that. I don't know. Okay. Okay. All right. Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Introducing a new friend, Jeremy. Bro, I have told you, dog. What? Bro, have you seen my socks? Run anywhere. No, dude. Get with the socks. What is it with you socks, man? It's like you must be token up on a joint to make you stoned or something. I can't even think of who leaves all their socks lying around like that. Oh, the Socceroos was a distraction. I have the car. Should I read another one, or is that where I should end? All right. Milk, oh yeah, bitches. It's time to get my pour on. Look at that dumpy. I need to know what angel to use. It ain't coming out. Pour on. Pictures. Shut the fuck up. Another dumpy. Oh, where do you get it on? That's that big. Ooh. Alright, we gotta do at least one more. Should fuck I just do not believe no kind of skills, even though there are stunts you just pulled. I could tell you, but I would have to kill you. God damn. One more. You really gotta get in the mind of full shit posting. Because I used to read stuff like this shit all the time, unironically, when I was like 8, and I thought it was very funny. Stupid.com used to have this stuff, but it was like, it was fully, it was true. Like, they were making it and they thought it was really, really funny. It was not good. I don't think still. I don't know. Do people even remember? Let's see. .com. No. No, this is stupid coin. Ah, was it dumb.com or stupid.com? Hold on. Hold on. The Internet Archive. Wayback Machine. Stupid.com. Let's see how much this is archived. Let's go back to 2003. Let me see if I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. This is gonna be a wild ride if I can actually pull something up. The guarantee that it wasn't fucking a fucking Bitcoin or whatever. Oh, so fucking stupid. Oh shit. Oh, okay, yep, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so this is stupid.com, which... Now fucking wait a minute. Okay, no wonder this made me think of stupid.com. There's no shot that he had not seen stupid.com before. This is like the exact same design. This is fucked up. Play blackjack with Saddam Hussein, the world's grossest cooking tool. I don't know if I can click on any of these. I never know how the web archive thing is supposed to work. This is Gary Apple, your host for the unique shopping experience. Gary is a comedy writer who's written for a long list of primetime sitcoms, all flops. Running by reality TV so popular, look no further than Gary's resume. Gary did write one episode of The Simpsons, which he managed to mention 5 or 6 times a day. Ask Gary to pass the sugar, and he'll say something like, you know, Homer passed the sugar to Bart in my Simpsons episode. It's kind of annoying. Gary writes all the product descriptions that you read on stupid.com too. If he the web pages, it happens to be a TV producer looking for a writer, check out our interactive resume below. This is literally the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff is stupid.com. It has to be an homage to it. Like I don't think it couldn't be. That's the part that's fucking with me, is that this is something that I thought, like, I mean, there was only so many websites back in the day, so it makes sense. But you know, it's fucked up. A sitcom writer stands on the edge of a cliff, high above the rushing, pristine waters. Yeah, this isn't gonna be able to load. Of the LA River. As he stands at desk door, the writer reflects on his inability to land a sitcom staff job. I can't believe I'm still out of work. I have a good agent and strong spec scripts. Well, what do I have to show for it? Nothing, that's what. The writer spits in disgust, then tosses his notebook computer over the precipice. He watches, maybe this will work. He watches as his ThinkPad makes its long, silent descent to the raging waters below. It's time. An unexpected calm decision over him, and he makes his decision. Does he jump? Yes or no? Should the writer jump? Well, why would we decide that? Let's see. Can I play blackjack with Saddam still? Imagine playing gin rummy with Saddam Hussein and his sons. Okay, we're gonna say no. Alright. Well, that loads. Massage pen, stupid cartoon theater. Oh, man. Stupid cartoon theater. You let him live? Are you sure you're in the entertainment industry? With his newfound optimism, the writer vows to work harder than ever. I know I can make it. I don't care how long it takes. 1 year later. Fade in. Oh, it just goes back. It just loops. That's so funny. These can't load. Right, because it's just a web page. No fucking way. No fucking way this can load. Hold on. Hold on a second here. Where the hell is this? Okay, click the face to play.
Hi, my name is Harold, and I really like potatoes. Today I'm going to tell you a story about a potato. Once upon a time, there was a potato, and his name was Philip. Now Philip was a happy potato, so he decided to go for a walk. So he walked a little while, and then he fell in a hole. The end. I love that story. The end again.
See, this is the energy that you have to bring into Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. I can't believe these work. I'm so confused. I just...
Hello and welcome once again. The Satar family players is pleased to present the adoption.
I'm...
Oh, and the role of Daniel will be played by, well, not by me. I did audition for the role, but I did not get it.
God,
Sorry.
the blown
I
out
promised myself I
fucking
wouldn't
mic.
cry. Enjoy.
I mean, it's crazy. This is... I remember I used to just, like, type in website names like fun.com, stupid.com.
Calm yourself, my sweet honey biscuit. Things will be just fine. But what if he doesn't like us? Oh, nonsense. We're very likable. But what if he doesn't like my cooking? Your cooking is very likable, too. Well, what if he doesn't think we're fun? Us? Not fun? Look here. No child can resist my puppetry. Hello, Kitty. I'd like to sing for you now. Row, row, row your boat again. Stop. Ah, there's the sunshine I've been waiting to see, my adorable cat of nine tails.
My adorable cat of nine
So it
tails?
would appear, yes. Come in. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
This is just so wonderful. Welcome to our family. Thank you for bringing
I
me
can't believe these
You're
load.
quite welcome.
They probably link to, like, Newgrounds or something.
Decorated your room. Your very large room.
The end. A Sedar family film. Let's see, does the stupid candy part work? Because this is the one that I was always like, oh man, this would be so funny if I was able to get some of this candy. Don't remember any of these other ones. That's the, yeah, that's it. Damn it. For the love of Emma.
Emma Dilemma, will you go out with me? I picked these flowers just for you.
Oh, you've destroyed Mother Nature.
Emma Dilemma, will you go out with me? I made these chocolates just for you.
Oh, chocolates make me break out in boils.
In boils?
Emma Dilemma, will you go out with me? I give you my heart.
Oh, gross.
Emma Dilemma,
No, Donald Dilemma. Stop bothering my wife.
The end. You know, now that I come back to this, there was a lot going on. I will say, more than, because I just thought this was super dumb, and it is super dumb, but also, like, there's thought into how dumb it is. Like, they must have had affiliate links for some of this stuff. Airzuka. I had an Airzuka. It is not that dumb of a thing. They're kind of fun where you have the, it's like a little plastic thing, and then you pull back, and it shoots out a burst of air. You can knock stuff over with it, and that's kind of fun. Yeah, butt, face, towel, face, butt, you know. Mr. T. Chia, Saddam Hussein Blackjack, Mr. T in your pocket, over the hill dancing hamster, meat air freshener, Michael Jackson color form rub-ons, zipper pull earrings. Those are kind of fun. Mini gummy donuts, a very, very, very stupid inflatable hat. Inflatable hat, that's a vibe. That is a fucking vibe. We got sour flush candy with edible plunger, human dog food, Birdie Bots every flavor beans. This is back when that, what is it, Harry Potter 2 came out, or just 1? Toxic waste candy, worms and dirt, tongue splashers, pet rat candy, where it's just a rat, it's like a gummy rat. I mean, it was very early on, at least, you know. It wasn't the media franchise it would soon come to be. Those, I mean, when they first released the every flavor beans, they were gross. Like, you would eat one and, or like the Like if you ate vomit, it tasted horrible. The newer ones, they don't taste that bad because they think the kids actually do want to fucking eat them. So, let's see what they have for girls. Watch tattoos, that's fun. Chinese takeout handbag, that's cute. We got the little thingy, the head massager. Useful book, The Art of Kissing. Okay, let's see. Toilet bowl, lip gloss, We're Losing Our Minds. Coffin handbag. Dude, that's sick as fuck. A coffin handbag? Come on. Illustrated how-to book will walk you through to becoming a grade A kisser. For $2.99, $3 you could have gotten The Art of Kissing. That's the value of the dollar. It just keeps going down. How much was the coffin handbag? I'm getting so distracted. I can't believe that this works. And now this links to a nowstupid.com is a coin. Stupid coin. Which, like, you know what? The people who make that should maybe be dead. Because, like, I don't call for violence, of course, but, like, come on. Come on. Yeah, $30 for a handbag? Harry Potter titles you probably won't see. You'll be rolling on the floor laughing. That's true. No, it definitely got more dumb. Alright, I'm almost done. I swear to God. I swear to God. Click the button below to see your first random Harry Potter title. Harry Potter and the taco that didn't agree with him. Harry Potter still can't believe it's not butter. Harry Potter and the very, very, very scary, ugly monster lives in the pool in the backyard behind the house who ate the cat. This is fucking crazy. Anywho, that's this. That is this. This is the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff had, like, it physically had to be related. He had to have seen stupid.com, which now that I know it was made by like a comedy writer makes it less crazy that someone would see that, but you know, very funny, very, very, very funny. I love the Wayback Machine. I can't believe that I can view shit from fucking 20 years ago, 22 years ago. That kills me saying that out loud. I don't like that. Anywho. Alright, one more Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Sports, dream I'm a star, it's me. And then the big man comes for a little one-on-one. But it turns out to be crazy what kind of dogs this guy has. Dog! I'm telling you, air like this is unreal. It doesn't even happen. Most of the time. Dog! The cord is on fire! Dude, come get this ruler, check this out! Okay, dude, no! You're holding it wrong. Dude, no, dude, hurry, look, he's skipping from above. Dude, no, let me show you. No, fuck, no, dude, don't, no, fuck, dude, you got flip turnways, fuck, don't, fuck, Jesus, dude. Don't, fuck the cheese, fuck, no, fuck, go. Aww. Dude. Woo! What a fever dream I just introduced. And then I can read a couple more. You entered the laboratory. Look for mad scientists. There are no scientists to be found, mad or otherwise, or anyone for that matter. The lab appears to be deserted. There is a kiosk, though. Wow. Looks like the kiosk monitors the lab's enormous hub grid. Transportalize as far down as you can go. Oh. This is as far down as you can go. The grand foyer is still a few floors down, but the transportalizer on the level is blocked by one of Grandpa's impressive big game trophies, and you just don't think he would cotton to someone moving it. Speaking of which, here are some of these trophies now. He has a million of these ghastly things. You really dislike them. Proceed. Wow, look at all these weird trophies. You hop down a level. Granddad always likes to accumulate valiant knights from his travels. These are pretty cool, you guess. Keep going. The fuck are these? Mummies? And just dead people? Oh yeah, how could you forget about his stash of decrepit mummies? God, you hate these things. Don't stop. I don't even know how to put that into words. Very, very bizarre. Okay. This is your grandfather's collection of what he refers to as his beauties. No lovely lady will be fit for his collection unless her portrait has spent at least 20 years bleaching in the front window of a beauty parlor, a sort of establishment he's plundered no less frequently than ancient tombs. You guess they were sort of like your sisters while growing up, and you were always encouraged to look up to them. They're all awfully pretty ladies, you suppose, but it is always hard to get as excited about them as Grandpa. Jane, study hard and keep your rifle at the ready. When adventure summons, I know you will rise to the task and take your rightful place among the daughters of Asletica. That old coot sure is a bag of wind. Complete your descent. You reach the ground level. This is the stupid thing blocking the transportalizer. This is just unspeakably hideous. Down the southeast hall is the grand foyer. You'll have to cross through it to leave the house. Looks like someone's pestering you, even though you thought you logged off. Answer. Carcinogeneticist began trolling. Hike it, idiot! Oh no! So yesterday's finally the day you fuck everything up. Oh! Is there nothing I can do to change your mind? You leave me alone? How can you even be talking to me after I blocked you and after I logged out? You don't get that. I'm better and smarter than you in every way, forever. You don't get that because you're incredibly stupid. You're a jerk. You shut up. Goodbye, you jerk. Blocked. Look at that kiosk. Looks like a mapping of each hub's index. It appears one of the hubs was recently unlocked. Go to the center and do a goofy dance. At the center, you find a little stage that looks perfect for supporting a spectacularly silly dance, or it would if standing on it didn't make you a little nervous, and also if that didn't sound like a stupid idea given the circumstances. It's sort of like the various contraptions you've been deploying in John's house. You wonder what it does. Attempt to plug a laptop into nearby hub. Close that laptop, everything drops down, of course. Great, you just vaporized your dead cat. Oh well, ashes to ashes, you guess. That's gotta be a better way to deal with this lousy tree. Examine fetch bonus. Looks like you can choose between picking leaves or awkwardly uprooting the whole tree, as you've been doing. You select leaf. You also turn off auto balance, since its consequences can be a little mystifying sometimes. You gather up all your items again in order that places your laptop in a conveniently accessible leaf. You're not sure why you didn't do this a lot sooner. Kind of a funny looking tree now, but your concern for structural elegance is at an all-time low. Find the unlocked hub. As long as you're going to plug into your computer, you might as well find that hub. Here it is, hub SN Lab 0413. It is unlocked and thus removable from the grid. You suspect this is the same beacon transmitting the unsecured signal you were using earlier. You pick the laptop leaf from the tree. You plug your laptop into the hub, then capture log the hub, and then the laptop. There must be a better place around here to set up your computer. This huge grid of electronics is sort of uninviting. You look around. Hey, what's that? Skynet Laboratory. Unestablished in 3 minutes. It's another one of these ominous countdowns. You didn't notice it when you first entered the lab about a minute ago. It looks like this one might have been ticking for years. Whatever it's ticking down to, there isn't much time. You can only hope that when you turn on your computer again, there will be a connection and invitation from one Mr. Strider again in the future. Another timer winds down sideways. Now this guy's in here now on his fucking high horse mailboxes and all these weird tentacle things. Oh, floating next to a big old tree. A big old tree. What am I on? Page Alright, we'll do the next one. That'll be the last one. Abscond. Can't abscond, bro. Strife. Don't worry about staying, bro. I told you that. Don't worry about staying, bro. Oh, that just probably goes on. Yeah. It keeps happening. What does? You don't have time to humor every random thought that pops in your head. The clock is ticking. Okay. Okay, I think it's time for bed. What did I get through? Like 200 of them? 100 of them? Something like that. We got really sidetracked when it came to the, the old stupid.com, but, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I was on the WV. I forgot that I did a lot of those, so it was like right here-ish. Yeah, so that was 671. Oh, yeah, it was 6... Oh yeah, it's like 200. Nice. Nice. Okay. Alright. Well, we will... it's definitely picked up. I will say, I suppose I should do a little bit of my thoughts. Yeah, it's good. It's definitely gotten a lot better. I would say, yeah, like the first 100 to 200, from what I remember, is a bit of a slog. And then after that, especially when they get into more animations and more music, it just really picks up, and the capture log thing gets far less annoying after a little while. But at the beginning, the capture log stuff is pretty annoying. But now it's like you dive into it and whatnot. So yeah, it looks like I will unlock pick up the kit, just pick it up. It looks like the fourth one, maybe next time I'll unlock that. Maybe that'll be my goal. The next time I read, I'll try to get to 1,153. So that'll be like another 200, and then we'll see whatever the hell this is supposed to be. So, okay. All right. Well, good night, Liddy. Don't let your capture log get all goofed up and, drop your shit all over the place. Well, yeah, aren't these different comics or something? I'm assuming. Think. Oh, they're not all Sweet Bro and Ella Jeff. Fair, but what is, besides stupid.com from 2003? Yeah, alright. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, good goal. Good goal. Because I imagine that at least if these are just random side things, they still are objectively some kind of milestone that it can aim at, even though it goes from 2,532 to 6,235 in between these two. So it's a bit of a jump. So I imagine a lot of stuff happens in between. All right. Good night, sweet dreams. Don't let your